It's time to pull out your winter clothes and layer up like I have, because it's very, very cold in Delhi and the national capital region. According to the Met Department, the temperature this morning was at 4 degrees Celsius. It's much below what is considered the normal in this season. And expect that things will only get worse, because what the Met Department has said is that there's going to be no reprieve in the next few days. The temperature will be pretty much like this. And it is, of course, going to get worse in the coming months. So to use a very cliched and overused Game of Thrones dialogue, winter is here. In fact, icy cold winds continue to sweep through Delhi and NCR. In places like Uttar Pradesh, visibility is also dropped. Unfortunately, led to an accident also of a collision of two vehicles, and that's left 8 people dead. So be very, very careful when you step out. Don't take the cold, don't take the weather for granted. What's exactly led to this dip in temperature? Well, it is because we are seeing, of course, snow in the hilly regions in places like Manali, Srinagar, basically Himachal Pradesh, Jammu and Kashmir. Many of these areas are completely snow covered, and it is in fact the cold winds from the western Himalayas, the snow covered western Himalayas, that's leading to this dip in temperature, not just in Delhi NCR but across North India. Now expect that this will continue for the next few days. The Met Department has said that these strong winds will continue, so there will be a dip in temperature, particularly in the night time and early in the morning. In places like Manali and Srinagar, which are not in the plains, hilly regions, you've got temperature going below the freezing point. It's at -1 to -5 degrees Celsius. It's not just in Delhi. Amritsar, for example, it's at 2 degrees Celsius this morning. Again, something that's below normal for this season. So in the next few months, you can only expect things, and you can only expect it to get colder. In Srinagar, Srinagar in fact experienced the coldest night of the season. That was on December 16th, when the mercury dropped well below the freezing point. It went up to -3 to -5 degrees Celsius. And there is of course a lot of snow, which has caused a lot of problems for people. So we in the national capital are definitely better off, but it is going to get very, very cold. And while a lot of us love the winter, love stepping out, having some hot chai, some people even ice cream in this winter, remember that there's also a downside, which is that our healthcare system is already burdened because we're dealing with a pandemic. With the winter, there are many people, many residents who suffer a lot of ailments, respiratory ailments. There's a rise in pollution levels. So that will mean that our healthcare system will have to be fully prepared to ensure that they are ready for a rise in the number of cases, the number of patients that they receive in the coming weeks. So at this point, expect that the cold wave will continue in parts of North India. And again, remember to layer up.